Welcome to MSc Technologies. Today class will discuss operators, SQL operators. Last class already we discussed some of the operators. Let me go through that. Last class we discussed about arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, and range operators. Now today class we see the remaining operators. For example, we have a pattern matching related operators. We have a like and not like. We'll see what it will do, okay? What is the use of like me? The like operator is used to search the specified pattern in a column. But example, we have an employee table. I want to get the employees whose employee name is starting with S. Whose employee name is starting with S. Then what we can do? We can use a like operator and we can get. And coming to not like me, it is just opposite to the like operator. Okay, this we'll see practically. Let me go to SQL window. First, let me delete a table before creating. If it is already there, it will remove. Okay, and now I'm going to create a table. I'm creating a table as employee with different columns like salary, name, and bonus. Now let me insert the values into this table. Okay, now table is ready. Now we'll see what is the use of this like operator, what it will do. Okay, already I told it is used to find a values based on the pattern. How we can apply the pattern, we'll see now. If you see here, I have one requirement. What is the requirement? I want to get a employee whose name is starting with B. What is our requirement? I want to get the employee details whose employee name is starting with B. Then how do you prepare a query? Let me show you. Select star from employee. Where mean we used to apply the condition. This where we use for apply a condition. What condition I'm going to apply? The name like. Like mean then what we are, this is an operator. How we have to let me show you. Okay. After like what we have to do inside a single quotes. Okay. With this percentage symbol, right? Through this only we apply the like pattern. But example, after B, if I give the like operator, what is the meaning of this mean? Okay, first it will search for the name, which employee name is starting with B. Then if you give this percentage symbol mean after B anything it is fine. But it should be first character should be B. After B anything what happen? It will match. After B any characters, whether it is a space, number, other characters also, it will accept. That is the behavior of this percentage symbol while using a like operator. Now let me run this query. What is our requirement? I want to get employees whose name is starting with B. This is the query for that. Now let me run. Now we can see the results. Okay, we got only one employee. The employer name is Balu. Okay. Now if you see Balu, the first character is capital B. First character is a capital B. Okay. In the like operator, it will work for capital and small letters both also. Okay. That's why you can use any small or capital. Let me use this capital letter, even though it is the same results. Okay. This is how if you want to apply a pattern based condition by using a like. Now let me show you one more example. Here you can give the multiple characters also, not only single character. Remember, okay? How many characters you want, you can give. Now I have one more requirement. I want to get a employee details. Okay, I want to get employee's name whose name is ending with A and R. Then what is your approach? First we have to give the percentage symbol. After percentage symbol, if you give AR mean what it is, These are the last two characters. Okay, before the last two characters, if you give this percentage symbol, what happened? It will match any value or any characters, n number of characters it will match before the AR. But after that, AR should be there in the last two characters. I want to get that employee details. Then this is the query. Now let me run it. Now you can see we got only one employee, that is Kumar. Because if you see all these names, last two characters AR only, Kumar only has. Remaining under, there are no AR. So this is the another way of using like. This is for if you want to match a starting, then we can go for like this. After characters, we have to give the percentage symbol. If you want to get a values from the last, right, then first we have to give the percentage, then we have to give the characters. Now next is, I want to get a employee details whose name is contains A. But example, whose salary name is contains A, but it should be anywhere, no issue, whether it is starting or ending between wherever it may be. Then what is your approach? This is the approach you can see here. Okay. Inside a percentage symbols, we have to give the A. That's mean anywhere. Contains. Anywhere. Okay. Now let me run and show you. Now we got a 4 rows. Why you can see here. Nagesh also contains A. Gopal also contains A. And Balu also contains A. Kumar also contains A. Okay. Now let me give P. P mean which employee name contains P, we get that employee details. Now we got only one employee, that is Gopal, because P contains only Gopal. Fine. Now let me see another one. This is another example. To get in names, contains second letter as a A. I want to get employee details whose employee name, second character contains a A. Then what is the pattern? Let me show you. We have to give a underscore. This is underscore symbol. Underscore mean what? It can be anything. It can be anything as a first character. But second character should be A. Then if you give a percentage symbol mean it will match the n number of characters. But underscore mean any single character only it can match. That means first character, whatever it may be, it will accept. But second should be A. Then if you give percentage symbol mean any character from third character onwards, it can match. Now let me run and show you. Now you can see we got a two employee details, Balu and Nagesh. If you see carefully here, right? Second character is a common, that is A. That's why we are getting these two rows. Okay. And if you go Kumar, right, that is a U, second character. That's why we are not getting. Even the Gopal also second character O. That's why we are not getting a these records. Hope you are clear about the this query and this pattern also. Okay, it's very simple. Underscore mean any single character, anything it will match. Percentage mean n number of 0 to many it will match. Okay, like this you have to prepare a pattern according to your requirement. Now next is we are going to use a not. Not means just it is opposite to the like operators. But example, I want to get a employee details whose name is not starting with B. Okay, if you want to get starting with B mean we have to avoid a not. If you want to get a whose name is not starting with B, then we have to add a this not. Just it is a negate. Negate mean opposite. Now let me run and show you. If you see, we got three rows. Three rows, but three are not belongs to first character as not belongs to B. Okay, that's why we are getting what we are asking through query. I want to get a employee details whose employee name is not starting with B. That's why we got all these details. Okay. Next, sometimes remember, okay, usually we have to use this like operator for string data type only. But example, whatever column you are applying. But here I am applying the name column, right? The name column should contain a string data type. That's mean varchar. It should not be int or decimal. But sometimes it may be the decimal or integer, even though you want to apply the like operator. Then what is the use case? Okay. The question is what? Sometimes, okay, the sometimes what happen, whatever column you are using for like operator, right? That column might contains the integer or decimal values. Then it is not allowed to do operation. Then what is your approach? How you do overcome this problem? Mean we have a cast, okay? There is a cast function is there which can use to convert a existing data type into required data type. But example, here we have a salary also. You can see first column 5,000, 12,000, 7,000. That is a integer. Now I want to apply this like operator on this salary column. Then what is the procedure? Let me explain. Select star from employee. Till here it is common. Where? Okay. Usually we use a column name here. But if you use directly, it will cause a issue. To avoid that, what we need to do? Cast salary as varchar. Here what I am doing, I am converting the salary into varchar. That means it will become a string. Then I can apply the like operator. Like percentage 5. 5 mean what? What is the meaning of this pattern mean? Whose salary? Whose employee salary ending with 5. I want to get that employee details. If you give the any character or value after percentage symbol, that is the ending. Okay. If you give before percentage, that is the starting. Hope you are clear. Let me run and show you. Now we got only Kumar because his salary ending with, you can see 5 is there ending position. If you want, you can see here also only Kumar salary is ending with 5 character, 5 value remaining under 0. That's why we got only Kumar value. Same if you use a not before, like what happened? Opposite. What are all the who are the employees? Their salaries are ending with not ending with 5. That employee details will come. Okay. If you want, let me run and show you. Now you can see. Okay. This is just opposite. Fine. Now we have completed all examples for this like operations. Okay. Now we'll go for a next operator. What is next operator? Null checking. Next operator is a null checking. What are the operators we have for this? Mean we have two operators. One is null, is not null. We have two operators. One is null, other one is not null. What it will do mean is null is used to check if a value is null or not. But example, we have a different columns in a table, right? In that column, any value is null or not, we can check by using is null. Is not null mean check if a value is not null. This is just opposite. The existing value should not be not null. Then we can go for a is not null. Now we'll see practically null checking. Okay, before doing operations, first let me remove table and let me reinsert the values. You can select multiple queries also, then you can run. At a time it will create and insert, both will happen. Now let me print a table and show you what are the data is available on table first. Now you can see very clearly. Here we have one table. If you see salary, there is no null value inside a salary column. Coming to name column, we have a one null value. And bonus also we have null value. Okay. What is null value? Null value mean if you don't insert any value into that column, right? By default, it will take a null. But you want to identify whether that column is contains a null value or not. Then what is the approach mean? We have to use a is null. This is the query select star from employee where name is null. I want to get a row. I want to get a one row or many rows. Which rows contains a null in a name column. Only name column. Name column, whatever row contains a null value, right, in the row column, that only I want to get. Then we can go this query. You can see clearly here. We got this one is salary 6,000, bonus 32. Where we have salary 6,000 mean here. 33. This column, sorry, this row doesn't contain a name of the employee. Okay. Now based on this, okay, we can take a action what we want to do. Okay. If you want to get null value, this is the approach. Next to not null mean it is opposite. But example, select star from employee where bonus column is not null. I want to get only the rows which doesn't contain a null value in bonus column. Let me run this query. See bonus you can see here, but in the name we have a null value. But we are not applied the condition for name. We applied the condition for bonus column. What is the condition we applied? I want to get a rows where bonus column does not contain a null. If you see all these bonus rows, right, in this bonus column, we don't have any null value. Okay. Now my criteria is I want to check the only bonus. Okay. This is the query we have to write for the is not null. Okay. Now we got one doubt. What is the doubt mean? Can't I use comparison operators and not equals for null validation? Why we need to go is null? But example, what is your doubt mean? Name equals to null. What I am checking? Select star from employee where name equals to null. But example, null value here we have. Then it has to satisfy. But let me run and show you what happened. We got a 0 values, no row, empty values. Even though if you not equal, if it's not coming for equal, at least it has to come for not equals to, because it is a opposite to the equal symbol. For not equal also, I am not getting. But we have values in a table, but if you equal also I am not getting, not equals also I am not getting. Why? This is also entry question. You be ready to answer. What is the answer mean? If ask like this, can I use a comparison operators to identify the null values? Then your answer is no. Why mean? In SQL, null means unknown or no values. But it is showing as a null. But in the SQL, how it is understanding me, null mean there is nothing. Nothing is there. If nothing is there, it cannot able to find anything, even though if you equal or not equals to. That's why we have to, or we should use is null operator. We should use is null operator or is not null operator to find a null values. Hope you are very clear. Okay, let me explain one more time. Is null and is not null, why we use mean? To find any null value existence in a table, we use a is null. To find a, or we want to filter, I want to get a without null values, then we can go is not null. Hope you are clear. Now we'll go to the next operator. Next is a set operations. Okay. What is set operation? We'll see. Set operations. Set operations allow you to combine results from multiple queries. But example, you have a two tables. I want to combine the results from these two tables. For example, we have different branches for same company. They manage the same data in the branch 1 and branch 2 also. Now, what is my requirement? I want to get a both branch details as a single results. I want to filter like that. Okay. Then we go for a set operations. Hope you understood. But example, we have two tables. Okay. In the branch 1, we have one table. Branch 2, we have one table. Both tables contain the same data because same company, but branches are different. But I want to get a details from these two branches. That kind of scenario, we go for a set operations. Coming to set operators, we have a union. What it's do? Combines the results from two or more select queries. That's mean it's we can apply for more than one table also, two or three like that. Okay. What it's do? It's remove a duplicate rows. But example, you are getting a values from the two tables. Okay, it may contain the duplicate, but table 1 contains a name, table 2 also contains a name. While you are getting your data, if the name is duplication is there, it will remove. That is the use of the union. And coming to union all, okay, what it is also do same operation, but it doesn't remove the duplicate, even though it will print the duplicate values also. That's mean whatever the values are available in the both tables, both it will print. Intersection. Intersection means common values. But example, we have table 1 where we have Kumar, and we have a table 2. There also we have a Kumar. This is the common value which we are seeing in the both tables. We get that common values. If you have requirement, I want to get only common values. What are the common in the both tables or both branches? That kind of scenario, we go for a intersection. Next is the except. Except what it will do, it's written a rows from a first query, not present in a second. Except, but example, Kumar is there in the table 1, but table 2, we don't have Kumar. That values only I want to get. Then we can go for a except. Let me see this. We'll see practically. Let me jump into this one. Set operations. Here I given a clear definition. Set operation allows to combine results from multiple queries. And we have some points we should be clear on these points. Both queries must have the same number of columns. That and all we'll see practically. Just I'm showing the definition. Corresponding columns must have compatible data type. That's mean usually what is the use case I told already. But if you are combining the two tables mean the table should be same. When it will be same mean I told same organization, different branches. The way of data maintenance will be same. That kind of scenarios only we use it. Okay. What union will do mean? Union removes duplicate, which requires sorting. Usually what it's do? It's to do order by, then it's to remove the duplicates, making it slower compared to the union all. Sometimes they may ask interview, why I'm bringing this point to me. Sometimes interview they will ask, coming to union and union all, what is the performance different? They may ask like this, right? Then you can tell union is slower than compared to union all because it's do the sorting and then it will remove the duplication. Because of that, the operation will be costly. It may be slow. But coming to UNNL, it is faster because it does not remove duplicates. Because nothing to worry. Whatever values are there, it will print that. That's why it is little bit fast. Now we'll see practically, okay? First, let me remove. Okay. Now I am going to create two tables. These are the tables. One is a department, other one is employee. We have two departments like you can consider. But here, what is a common column in department name? You can see. Sorry, department ID. department ID, here it is a common, okay? Sorry. We have to see the set operations. This is set operations. Department name, here it is a common. Department name is common. Now we do set operation based on the this department name. If we have two tables, one is department, other one is employee. Here common is what? Department name. Now we'll see, we will prepare a query. Okay. First query is what? First requirement is what? I want to get all the department names from a table 1 department, table 2 employee. We have two tables. I want to get a department name from these both tables, but I want to get a unique. I don't want to get a duplicate. If you get a both, mean HR is there, we have here and here. IT also we have here and here. Okay, but the duplication is there, but I don't want to get a duplicate. I want to get a unique. Then what is the query we have to write? We'll see. Okay, let me explain one more time. We have a two tables. In these two tables, what is the common column? Department. Now, what is the requirement? I want to get a details from a department. I want to get a department name from both tables, but I want to avoid a duplication. We'll see now what is the query. First, let me remove the tables. Then let me create from starting. Let me run these queries together. Creation and insertion. Again, let me create one more table for department. Here I am inserting the same values, whatever we are seeing here. We'll see. Okay. Now first we'll see union. What is user union? Okay. Select department name. You can see we have to apply the same column in a two queries also. Select department name from employee. Then we have to use a union. Again, select department name from department table. Here, what is the table only changing? Same query. Select department name from employee. Select department name from department. In between, we have to use a union. What it will do? Combine the results of two select statements and remove duplicate rows. Very simple. Now let me run. You can see we got HR, IT, legal, marketing, sales. These are all the departments we have. But if you see, all are unique. There is no duplication value. Here we have IT. Here also we have IT two times. But it is print showing only once. Okay. If you want to see the data like this from your database, then we go for a union. Now, sometimes we have other requirement. I want to see all the details. I want to see all the details, even the duplication also I want to see. If you have requirement like that, just we have to use a union all. Remaining everything same, apart from the union, we have to use a union all. Now you can see there is no duplication in the results. Now let me run this query. We'll see. We have a duplication. Now you can see clearly IT is there, HR is there, again sales is there, IT again came, HR again came, IT again came. That's means it's very simple. It's to return all the values, available values. Even the duplication also it will return. It will return. Okay, if you have scenario like that, I want to get all the details. Then we can go union. Next one is what? Intersection. What intersection means? Returns only the common rows. Common rows mean, let me explain in a table here. We have a department name column here. Here also we have what are the common values in the both tables. You can observe here. HR is there here. We have a here also. IT is there. We have a IT here also. But marketing we have in the department table, but we don't have any employee. But legal is there here, but legal is not there in the department. But sales is there in the employee table, but sales not there in the department. But what is the requirement now? I want to get a common values. What values are available in the both columns. That is a requirement. Then we have to go for a intersection. This is the intersection. Same query I'm going to write, just I'm changing the operator. In place of union, I'm giving a intersection. Now what is the requirement? Common values I want to get. Now we got only two rows, HR and IT, because this HR and IT only we have in the both tables. HR is there here also we have. IT is there here also we have IT. Hope you are clear. Intersection. Now, next one is a except. Except mean what? It will return the rows from the employee table which are not present in department. But example, let me show here. I want to get a department name. Okay. But example, if I want to get a department from the department table, which department is not there in the employee. But example, here if you see marketing is there. Marketing is not there in the employee. I want to get that details only. Here we have legal department in, but here we don't have. These values only I want to get. Then what is your query mean? Select department name from employee. Be clear on this. Employee. In employee table is there, but it is not there in the department. That values I want. Except only we have to change. Remaining query is same. Select department name from department. Now let me run. Sales we got. Okay, what is the query? Based on the query, it will return a rows. Now we are getting a values from employee. We are getting a department name from employee table, but this department name not in the department table. Then select star from employee. This table we are using. We want to get a department name from employee. Which department name is not there in the department? This is a sales. If you see sales, sales is not there in the department table. That's why we got only sales. Now next is opposite. Just if you can see, select department name from department. Table name we are changing here. Okay. We are getting a department name from the department table, but the department name not should in the employee table. That values I want. Then what happened? I want to get a department name from department. This is a department table. But which department is not there in the this employee department? But if you see here, marketing and legal, these two departments are not there in the department name in employee table. Then expected value is marketing and legal. Run and show you. Marketing and legal. We got these two only. Okay. If you change the name here, employee, right? What happened? And here, if you give department, it will be like above query. Okay. The results will be different. Here you have to be careful why it is returning the different values. Here table is different. Okay. Okay. Hope you understand these concepts very well. The set operations. You do practice and same tables only you have to create. Otherwise you will get a confusion. Same way you have to practice. Then you change the values and you have to explore this concept. Now what is next we'll see. Next is a subquery. What is subquery we'll see. Okay. Why I'm going to explain subquery between the operators mean, because next operators we have existence and subquery comparison operators. Comparison operators mean any and all. Okay. These two, we have these two, any and all and exist, right? These operators we apply only on subqueries. Without knowing the subqueries, it doesn't help to understand well. That's why first I want to explain you subquery. What is subquery in SQL mean? A subquery is a query inside another query. Because we have one query, inside that query, if it contain another query, that is called subquery. also known as nested query or inner query. Sometimes someone they may ask you, what is nested query? What is inner query? Both will be same. Subquery, nested query, inner query, all are same only. What is the use of this subquery mean? The main query. What is subquery mean? But example, you want to filter some values from another table. Then that based on that results, you want to process, right? Then we go for a subquery. The main query uses the results of subquery to filter or compute results. If you want to compare or you want to filter, right? Then we have to go for a subquery. Commonly used with in, exist, any, all, or comparison operation. With these operators, we apply the subquery. But example, how you create mean this is a sample query. Select. This is a one query you can see here. Inside this query, again, we have one more query. This is a complete query. Here we have one more query that is inside this one. That's why we call it as a subquery, nested query, or inner query. What is the purpose mean? Based on some query results, you want to do some operations on another query. Then we go for like this. Here we call it as a outer query, inner query. Inner query means this is the inner query. This is the outer query. Okay. Now we'll see the practically. Subquery. Here also same definition I given. What is subquery and what is the examples under. Okay. First, let me remove these two tables. Let me create from starting. I created at a time creation and insertion for a department. Then I'm creating employee. Now we have a two tables, employee and a department with different values. Same table I am giving here also. Let me show you subquery of tables. Employee, department and employee tables. Now let me show you the some examples queries. Now I have a requirement. What is my requirement mean? We have two tables. The requirement is I want to get the employees. I want to get all the employees or employee name who are belongs to IT department. I want to get a employee details who are belongs to IT department. Okay, then how to prepare a query? Because the table is look like this. If you see here, there is employee table. What is the requirement? I want to get employee details who are belongs to IT department or some particular HR department like that. Okay. Now, if you want to get through the employee table only, there is no way because department ID we have 1, 2, 3 like that. But we don't know one is belongs to which department. What is the name of the department? But requirement is what? I want to get a IT department. But here one may be IT. Here by seeing you will get to know. But in the real scenario, what happened, right? We have millions of operations, thousands of rows are there, thousands of values are there. It's not this much easy to see in the like this. Okay. But one mean what you don't know. But what is your requirement? You want to get a IT related employees. In our company, there are many departments, IT, HR, sales, legal, marketing, like that. But what is my requirement? I want to get a only who are belongs to IT. But by seeing the employee table only, you cannot understand. 2 is belongs to which department, 3 is belongs to which department. If you have a 1 to 100 mean, it's very difficult to identify. But until going the department table only, you can understand. Okay, these kind of scenarios, what we need to do, we have to write a subquery. We have to write a subquery. First, we have to get a IT, okay, IT ID from the department table, this department table. Then what we need to do, based on that results, based on that results, that query results, we can get a employee detail. This if you see practically only you can understand. Let me write. Select employee name from employee table. Where department ID. Where department ID mean? But example, we don't know. Department ID 1 is belongs to IT, 2 is belongs to IT. What is that? We don't know. Then what we need to do? We have to write a one more query to get a which department ID belongs to IT. That is called inner query. How do you write me inside a parenthesis? Select department ID from department table, because inside a department table only we can get to know the department name and what is the ID belongs to the department name, where department name equals to IT. Now what happened in this department table, wherever the department name is IT, then that belongs to that related department ID I am getting here. Then it will return the department ID which is belongs to IT. Then it will map here department ID, but example 1 or 2, both are same. Then only we get these values. Now let me run and show you. You can see Balu and Kumar. These two are belongs to IT department. If you want, you can see here also. One is IT. See here, one is belongs to Balu. Balu department ID is 1. And Kumar department also 1. That's why we can get. Okay. This is the use case. But example, sometimes you have to understand the concept very clearly. This kind of requirement only we can go for this. We have two tables. One is employee, other one is department. Coming to employee, right? What is happened? Department IDs only it's contain. It doesn't contain the department name. But I want to get a employee name based on the department name. Then what we can do? We have to write a query to get a that department ID. That's called subquery. Then it will return a 1. Subquery will return a 1. If you write a query like this, then wherever it is 1 is there, right? That values it will fetch. Let me explain here what happened inside in query. What happened? It will return the department ID 1 because 1 is belongs to IT. Then it will map the employee ID, employee department table, right? 1 is there, right? This is the 1 is there. It will match true. Then it will return Balu. Then Kiran also 1. It will return Kiran. Like that, okay? Next, we will see the one more operator. There is one more approach, okay? List employees, that what is the requirement? List out the employees who work in a department where department name start with S. I want to get the employee details. What is the requirement? I want to get the employee details whose department name start with S. Then same query only. Select employee name from employee where department ID. Here also department ID only. Subquery how we are writing. Select department ID from department table where department name like. If you know the exact value, we can go equal operator. Okay. Sometimes I don't know exact value. First character only I know. Then we can do like this, like operator, starting with this. Now we get employee details whose department name start with S. Rama. What is Rama department? We'll see now. Rama. Rama is 3, right? 3 mean here you can see very clearly it is a sales. Because sales will start a first character as a S. Okay, in here also you can see 3 is a sales. Third, okay, 3 department ID is a sales. 3 department ID Rama has. That's why we got a Rama. This is another way of writing a subquery. Next, we have one more approach how to use a subquery. Get department that have not least one employee. This is what we have to understand very clearly. Okay, I want to get a employee details. Whose employee? Who is not a belongs to department, who doesn't have the department ID. Then what is the approach? Select department name from a department where department ID in. Here we are using the in operator. Okay. Here we are using the in operator. Select distinct. Distinct mean it will make unique values. It will return unique values from employee. From employee. Now let me read. What is the requirement? Get departments. I want to get a department that have at least one employee. That have at least one employee. Let me run and show you. We got IT, HR, sales. What is the question mean? I want to get all the departments. Now we are using the department table, not employee. Be clear on this, okay? I want to get all the departments. Which department contains at least one employee? For example, let me show here. I want to get all the departments. Which department contains at least one employee? If you see here, IT is there. IT employee we have Balu and Kiran. Coming to HR, we have a two, right? Ramesh is there. Coming to three sales, we have a Rama. But legal, we don't have any employee. We have different departments. We may have employees or not. But here in this company, legal department, we don't have any employers. But my requirement is what? That department should contain at least one employee. That only I want to get. Then this is the query. We have IT employees, HR or sales also, because we are using it in. If I use a not in, what happen? I will get the details which department not contains at least one employee. I want to show the departments which department doesn't contains any employers. Then we have to use a not. Same query, just use a not. Then what is expected value? You can see very clearly here in this table. Just we need to predict. Now what will be the output? Okay, what is the requirement? I want to get a department name. Which department does not contains at least one employee also. Now let me run the query. Hope you have an answer with you. Legal. Because for legal department in our company, we don't have single employee also. If you want to get the details, then we have to write a subquery like this. This is the advantage of the subquery. Hope you understand very well subquery. Now we'll go for a next operator. Next operator is existence check. Existence check, okay? What is the use of this one? Exist used to check if a subquery returns any rows. These operators we use with the subquery only. Now you understood very clearly what is the use of existence. Sorry, what is the use of subquery? Now we'll see subquery with exist. Not exist means just it is the opposite. Exist operator. First, let me remove existing tables. Yeah, here we have, because again I need to create a new records according to this requirement. Let me create and insert employee table. Then department. Okay, if you want to see the both tables, right? Select star from employee, select star from department. It will print the both records. You can see output. Okay, this is option also. You can try. Okay. Now let me create one requirement. What is the requirement mean? Retrieve departments that have at least one employee. That's means same only whatever we did practice right in subquery, same only here also. But here we are using the exist. What is the requirement? I want to get a department. Which department contains at least one employee? Okay. Now you can see we have HR and IT. HR and IT, it's contain at least one. But coming to marketing, right? Marketing, we don't have any employees. You can see market is not there as a department, and legal also we don't have. But what we contains HR and IT. These departments contains a employers. These two departments only we have a employers. Next one is retrieve departments that have no employees. This is just opposite. I want to get a departments which department does not contains any employee. This is the same requirement only what we have done in the subqueries. Let me run this query. Now marketing and legal. These two department we don't have any employer. These kind of operations if you want to do, we can use this one. Okay. This is same what we have done here. Sorry, this is a set operations, right? Subquery, let me show you. In the subquery, right? What we have done here, this is same one. We can use not in or existence, both. Anything is fine. Now we'll see the next operator. Next operators are any and all. What it will do, any mean compares a value to any value returned by a subquery. Here also with these two operators we have to apply with subquery only. Okay, all mean compares a value to all values returned by subquery. This will see practically, then only you can understand very well. Any and all. First, let me remove the tables. Then let me create and insert. Then again, let me create and insert for department table. Then let me come to here. Now, first we have to understand what is the requirement. Then how we have to write a query according to requirement, we'll see. Now we'll see here. To find the employees, what is the requirement? To find the employee, I want to find the employees whose salary is greater than any department's minimum salary of department. Okay. Now let me explain. What is the requirement? I want to get employee details whose salary is greater than minimum salary in a department. First, let me go to the departments. This is the department table. You can see here we have a minimum salary. This is the department table. We have a minimum salary. This is the minimum salary. That means we have different departments. The minimum salary, there is a minimum salary for the department. HR mean at least we have to pay 15,000. IT mean at least 30,000. Legal mean at least 50,000. This is the minimum salary in that department. Now my requirement is I want to get an employee who is getting a greater than or more than salary of minimum salary of any department. Then let me run and show you this query. Balu and Gopal. These are the employees who are getting the salary greater than any. Any mean anyone. That is mean anyone. But example, Balu getting the 20,000. But if you see here, he is getting a salary greater than HR minimum salary. HR minimum salary is 15,000. Then the condition is satisfied because we given any. But this Balu salary is not greater than IT and legal, you see. But he is greater than HR. But what I told, any department, if he's getting greater than, that's fine. I want to get that employee details. Next is the Gopal, 60,000. 60,000 mean it is obviously greater than 15,000 also, 13,000 also, 15,000. Okay. But any one department is getting greater than that, that's fine. That's why we got these two. Okay. Now it is opposite. Any mean, but example, if we have 10 values, whatever, if the salary is greater than out of the 10 any one value, that's fine. Then we can go any. Now next is different story. Select star from employee where salary is greater than all. All mean, but example, I am providing it 10 values. The salary should be greater than 10 values. Out of these 10 values also, it should be great. Compared to any 10 values, it should be greater than. Then we have to go for a all. Any mean when, but example, you have 10 values, the salary, whatever we have, it should be greater than any one of 10. Any one of 10 mean fine. Then we can go in. It should be greater than all mean we have to go all. Now let me, same query. Query is same, just I have changed the any and all. Now let me run this all query. We got only Gopal. Why Gopal mean? Let me show you. Now if you see Gopal salary is 60,000. Any mean, sorry, all mean it should be greater than all the salaries. But example come to 15,000. HR minimum salary is 15,000. 60,000 is greater than that. That's why it is coming. Then 30,000. 60,000 is greater than 30,000. That's why we are getting this. And compared to 50,000 also, it is greater than. But 20,000, it is greater than HR, but it's not greater than IT and legal. That's why we are not fetching. Even though 10,000 also like that. Okay. If you want to filter any values like this, right? Then we can go any and all. Let me explain one more time. Any mean, but example, this subquery will return 10 values. Out of these 10 values, if the salary is greater than any one record, right? That's fine. I want to get that value. But coming to all mean, if this subquery return 10 row values, right? Out of these 10 values, the salary should be greater than all the values. That only I want. Then we can go for all. Okay. This is about all the operators, any and all. Okay. Okay, then that's all about today class. Next class we'll see the some other uh, concepts. Okay. Okay, then fine. Bye.